So you have so many people just lined up waiting like at the baggage claim for this girl group called SID.
America!
Oh, hi!
All these fans! How does it feel to see all these fans?
I'm so happy! I'm so happy today, whether if it was a British girl,
You knew that was going to go bad as soon as she left.
Absolutely, we started timing it out.
At least she didn't say, to be fair, she didn't say the thank you like, oh, thank you, you know?
It's okay when she does it. Yeah, she's totally allowed to do it.
I think it's acceptable.
I hate you, I don't even know you, and I hate your guts. I hope all the bad things in life happen to you and nobody else but you.
Buenos nachos, amigos, and welcome to another fantastic episode of Hallyujuku. I'm Petey Rave, your man with no plan. Here with me, creeping into my side of the screen. It's like, what are you doing? You're supposed to stay over there.
I want to be closer. I want to take over. I want the whole screen. No.
Yes. It's Brandon Cooper, aka King Kaz.
I am King Kaz. I am that. I am who PD introduced me as. That's what it says on my birth certificate and on my Twitter. We are here to discuss the week's worth of K-pop and J-pop out there in the world, or as we like to call it, East Asian pop culture.
Mm-hmm. We're gathered to talk about East Asian pop culture, as he said. And of course, we start every episode talking about what's new. Cass,
What is new?
Yes. What is new with you?
It's been a relatively slow week, premiering new things and doing all that stuff. So, I didn't really get a chance to kind of check out all the goings on in K-pop this week, and it was relatively slow because the world's been dominated by Big Bang.
Yes. Which we will have a special. Yeah. We will have a special Hallyujuku Talks video on all upon itself about Big Bang's comeback. So look out for that.
So other than that, I kind of scrounged, and I don't want to make it sound that bad. I kind of scrounged together to find some songs, find some new releases for myself, and this one, by Elise called "I'm Good," featuring our boy, K. Will. It's a relatively kind of slow ballady song. I love that I got to add before it, but I liked it. I need to listen to it a few more times, definitely. But I kind of liked it in its initial play, the initial listen that I kind of gave to it. But there's a lot I like about it. So I definitely like the piano. I love her voice. I'm not even gonna, gush over K. Will because I love K. Will's singing voice. I love the way he sounds. I love how he arranges himself in songs. But Elise, who's somebody I'm not super familiar with,
Elsie. Well, we'll talk. I'll go ahead and ask you.
I keep calling her Elise.
Yes. I'll go ahead. I'll let you know about some rumors. But yeah, go ahead. Keep going.
Okay. I don't know. There's not really much to gush over. It's a really well put together song, kind of a generic-ish video, a little, sad and
ballady.
Ballady, lovey-dovey kind of visual story that goes on, but you can tell there's some heartbreak.
Yes, some heartbreak and thoughtfulness, and this dude taking a shower with his clothes on, and because he's that emotional.
And he couldn't even take his clothes off. He couldn't bring himself to take his clothes off
to shower. So we started. Also part of this is the who is Elsie thing. One thing, Elsie is not the girl you see lip syncing. One thing.
What?
Who if you were to try to guess No, if I told you that it's somebody from an established group making a solo debut under kind of a different name to set herself apart, who would you guess? Just listening to the song, maybe after hearing some singers.
Okay, so I'm trying to guess who.
The funny thing is
Who would
probably
be this?
the person I'll name, you probably don't know the name, but yeah, you'll know the group, but you might not know the name.
Is it all right? Let me try to guess the group. Is it? Is it a group that's still promoting?
It's a group that is still an active group.
A
Maybe
well-established active group?
yes.
Is it Girls' Generation?
No.
Damn.
But you're close.
I'm lost now. I'm lost. Oh, AOA? No. I didn't say that. I don't know. I can't think.
So
there's too many things running for that.
So it seems like it's actually fairly like the least well kept secret about LC is that it's the solo debut of Tiara's Injung. Tiara's Injung making her solo debut with a song with KOL, which is interesting because making a new name instead of banking off of her established name with Tiara, that is interesting. But it almost like I wonder if it's off of like the fact that Tiara is Tiara's stock in the world of K-pop, kind of how down it is. We looked at the disparity between their international fandom and their domestic fandom. So I don't know. Knowing that, what's your impression of?
I don't know. I still liked it. It doesn't change it because I try to let the music speak for itself as much as I can. I try not to let the impression of who it is change my judgment. Even though I'm not gonna lie, that Big Bang stuff is really cool because it's Big Bang. But when you come into something like this, I don't know. I kind of let it speak for itself. So I kind of give her that respect to try to not bank on who she already is,
Yeah. So that's interesting. But that being set aside, you got some more music. Something I gave you.
I do have some more music. Yeah. So this other thing I got in here is from a group that I like. I haven't liked some of their latest releases, but this is a song from Mamora Clova Z. In the kind of anticipation of new Dragon Ball Z coming out. They have a song in very Mamora Clova Z style.
Yes.
Lots of effects and lots of costumes. Kind of dedicated to Mamora Clova Z, which, if you hadn't figured that out yet, Dragon Ball Z, Mamora Clover Z.
Yes.
So, they kind of take this of their namesake, and they got to kind of put out a fun, poppy song to kind of go along with it. It's very silly. And if you haven't seen the Mamora Clover Z kind of style and thing before, it's kind of going to be weird to you. And for those, this is J-pop. For those keeping points at home, we're getting that mix of J-pop in here slowly but surely, little by little. We're getting to it. So kind of as we go through these things and see what happens with this new DBZ, I think it's kind of fun for Mamora Clover Z to do this.
Yeah.
It's also, their name is a mouthful.
Yes, Momoclo. That's why you go with Momoclo. Just go Momoclo.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why that exists in the world. The style is interesting. I don't know if I listened to it before, and I can't say that it left a huge impression on me, but the visual style is really cool. If the song isn't quite there for me, I mean, it's good, but it doesn't quite I don't know. It doesn't quite leave a lasting impression. I hate to say, but a lot of like established mainstream main style J-pop tends to blend, especially with some of the vocal styles. Like it tends to blend in my head. Be it AKB, sorry, Cass. Be it, some of the kind of the main like idol stuff, and Momoclo does put a unique spin on it, at least visually, but except for those few parts that are unique to Momoclo, if those don't, if a lot of the rest of it just kind of like, it underwhelms a little, I will say. Underwhelms a little. I'm just gonna say, at this point, Crayon Pop did it all better. I'm just gonna say, like FM was basically Momoclo. They basically came, snatched Momoclo's weave, and just ran away with it. Took their Sailor Moon thing, just with better music, because Shinsu Dong Tiger makes better music than this. And with less of a budget, with an actual shoestring budget, which is fantastic. But I will say, I'm always going to at least give respect and always give a try to anything that Momoclo puts out, just because they have put out enough good stuff for me to want to
earn that respect of at least checking out what they got going.
Yeah, exactly. To at least, want to try to check it out. Because, there's a lot of good to be liked here. And it works well as kind of getting you hyped for new Dragon Ball. Be it the new Dragon Ball Z movie or the new Dragon Ball Super, which I think is a really cool title. Hopefully they don't change it for the American release. They don't try to come up with some other name for it. Like, just Dragon Ball Super! But yeah, Momoclo. Last but not least, what do you got, Kaz?
My last one, as you know, I talked a lot about Show Me the Money, and a lot of the rappers who were on Show Me the Money. And this is a song from another one of those rappers who was on Show Me the Money, did not win, didn't make it far, didn't wasn't one of the first ones out. And his name is Snacky Chan. And this is a song called Dummy for My Daughter, featuring Tableau, of all people. Now, the thing about Snacky-chan is he's not the strongest Korean rapper. And you can kind of get that feel in here because he does mix some English in here in parts. And kind of his rhyme scheme is a little simple, but I thought it was a fun, cool song.
Yeah, it was a cute song. It's Dar Babo.
I really liked it.
Yeah, as you were saying, Cass.
I don't know. Hold on. Okay, I liked it, but there was, you have to kind of not every rap song that comes out is going to be a banger. It's not going to be, all that great, all that good. Some of them conceptually are better than others, but this I enjoyed kind of for something first out from Snacky-chan because one, it's giving you this look at who he is as a rapper and as a person.
Yeah. And as a father.
To kind of come out, because, it's showing him as a teacher, showing him as a father, and talking about how, much he loves his daughter. And then he got, of all people, I mean, come on, Tableau, who everyone knows Tableau loves his goddamn daughter. And I think that's a good kind of inceptual thing to do. I do think he's going to have to really, really show in whatever his next release is to get people to want to listen outside of, oh, hey, Tableau's on this song, or outside of, oh, hey, this dude was on Show Me the Money, you know?
Yeah. So it's like, maybe, we'll have to see, because, we're going to talk about it in the headlines that there is going to be a new Show Me the Money. And there's always some rumored releases, rumored names. So he might be one of those rumored names, one of those names that might pop up. He does have a cool style to it, and I like the video. It's kind of cute and fun, and it's about his daughter, and we got puppet Tableau. I wonder if it's because he just didn't have them.
I meant to bring that up. Yeah, it's the puppet Tableau. That's not Tableau, but it's just like, most of these videos we see and get, it's just not featuring. Usually the person's just not in the video at all. So at least give them that for doing puppet Tableau.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering if he just didn't have the. It's just kind of busy.
Yeah.
But I'm glad at least he came to the recording studio and.
Well, we don't even know that. He might have recorded it at YG and just sent in the...
Or his, at Epic High Studio,
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can always just email a track. It's like, yo, just send me that beat over. I'll just do it over here. Like, oh, you do the video? It's like, I don't think I'm going to be able to make the video. It's cool. Like, just a lip sync over my thing. It's like, that's fine. Hopefully, good things for Snacky Chan and his adorable daughter. But yeah, music. Speaking of hip hop, speaking of like the hip hop style, one thing that definitely caught my attention this week, new thing that caught my attention this week, I guess new to me. Well, it came out, I think, just last month. I was looking at Spotify at random things, and I think mainly stuff. I was trying to find stuff by Lim Kim, basically off of her most recent release. But none of her music is on Spotify, but things she's featured on are on Spotify, including Primary and Ohyuk's mini album / EP, which there's a couple of videos for a couple of songs of theirs. And it has a really cool, interesting feel to it. It's Primary, just laying down music, and it just had just a cool, interesting, like, dreamy sound for throughout all the tracks.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was like 4, maybe 5 tracks in total on the EP. And it was super interesting. And one of them is Island, which has its own video. Which is kind of out there. Speaking of kind of acid trips, well, we weren't speaking of acid trips. We were doing that on. We'll speak about acid trips on the Big Bang Hallyujuku Talks, but this video kind of goes out there. It's all mainly CGI and motion capture, but it kind of cuts into just a performance by the motion capture artist, just video of her. Just kind of dancing around doing the motions, and then cuts back into the CGI world. And kind of creates this odd dream landscape, which fits the song really well. And
I kind of enjoyed how relaxing both of these songs were.
Yeah, like the video, like for example, Island. The video is just like a little out there, and then starts playing with like how the CGI breaks and the jittering and the stuff like that. But overall, even with like the being out there and kind of all the weird things that are happening to like the artifacting and the weird things that's happening to the animation, it is still at the end of the day kind of relaxing. Like what the hell is happening with his leg there? And it's like he's jumping off the pier. I don't know. What did you think of these songs? The other song that had the video, which is Gondry, which is definitely inspired by Michel Gondry. Definitely has his visual style, which is again another dreamscape, because you can one of the cool things that one does, and I read the review, was how the transitions were pink, kind of being like inside your eyes, like your eyes opening, which is interesting.
Yeah.
What did you think, Kaz?
I don't know. Like I said, I enjoyed kind of the relaxation of both of these tracks, right? Like, they're really super chill. Like, this is like music you could just kind of put on and like just sit and read to, you know? And like that's kind of just the overall vibe that I got from it. Like, that's just kind of what I want to do with this. Is just kind of put it on and sit back and just kind of daydream, listening to these songs. Like both of them, the Gondry one and the Island one. Like, definitely. Like, the Island one is a little more trippy in its video to me. But I definitely like kind of enjoyed both of them for their really, like, they're so super just kind of relaxing and in their tone and in their inception and how they feel, that like I just enjoyed the fuck out of them, man. Like, they're just so cool. Like, I love the vocal work. I love the musicianship that you kind of hear, which is probably all digital.
It's all Primary. I think Primary is just such a cool producer. Like, when you see him, when you hear stuff working with hip hop artists, it's so cool. And then just like him in the studio by himself, it just creates such interesting things. And like, the videos have such really good cinematography. And like, they work with the song so well. And yeah, there's just some cool tracks. I definitely... I recommend going out and check it out. It's on Spotify. The whole like mini album is really cool. Like, this one, like this is the song that I mentioned that is featuring Lim Kim. And her vocals contribute really well into like the feel of the song. Like, she has such interesting vocals and they work well in this song. It's just so cool. But moving on to the next track. I got excited because I found out there was on Crayon Pop's YouTube page, they posted up a video and it was like something with Crayon Pop's Choa and Wei. I'm like, what's going on? And it's Bear Planet, with the song Road or Gid, with the featuring in the song and obviously in the video, Choa and Wei of Crayon Pop. It's really cool for a couple things. Bear Planet is the songwriter that is the composer for Crayon Pop's Bar Bar Bar. So that's the connection between Crayon Pop and Chrome and Bear Planet. And this is as far from Bar 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 as you can imagine. But it's this really kind of a cool little like ballady song, kind of. A little bit more upbeat than a sad ballad, but it's an interesting song. Interesting video. Kind of hits you with the feels at the end a little bit. A couple surprises. Has fun with the twins. A couple of main surprises. One of the main surprises is Wei's assets make a return. when you see her in the leather pants, you see that side profile. If you remember from the Saturday night video, you know that Wei has some working from back there. She kind of looks amazing in this outfit. She's looking like a badass. like straight up trying to swing on people, go playing up Wei's thugonomic style, just like the straight thug queen. But yeah, overall, it's kind of a fun video for kind of a cool song. What do you think, Kaz?
The video's really good. The song, I'm still waiting for the boat on.
Yeah,
like I'm still trying to figure out how I feel about this song. But overall, I don't know. Musically, it's really good. I like it. I enjoyed it. But yeah, I'm still kind of not. I'm not sold on it right off the back, And I don't know if it's because I know it's kind of Crayon Pop, in a sense, and it's just like how am I supposed to feel about, because this is not necessarily cram pop,
Yeah.
So I don't know. It just was something that I'm kind of not struggling with. That's a bad term.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of trying to see how I feel about it.
And then we see the reveal. She was blind. Oh,
she was going blind.
She
wasn't blind all along. She was going blind.
She was going blind, and then she went blind. I don't know how that answers.
Guns.
I don't know how that answers. It translates to dumping him. I'm sure he would have been very understanding. He was your boyfriend. He would have been very understanding. Oh well, in the end, he did get to hook up with both.
I feel like they set up the video shoot and then wrote the video there.
Yes.
We were like, we don't have a concept. She's going blind, and then you're twins, right? Okay, great, yeah. Fuck.
And of course, Wade, the Thug Queen, already walked up in that outfit. It was like, you know what? That outfit works. You be the kind of the rambunctious one. We'll put her in a cuter outfit. Kind of like how I talked about how Wade's brass knucks. I don't know if I mentioned it on the show, but I mentioned it in the comments section somewhere. I said that the brass knucks that she used in the FM video, I wonder if she just came to the set with them. And they asked to borrow them for the music video. It's like, I got these brass knucks. It's like, all right, cool. We'll spray paint them and use them for the video. Because she's a straight thug queen. But yeah, cool song. Mainly cool video. And of course, the return of Waves Badonkadonk. But last but not least, we had the comeback from Play the Siren, of course, being the group that houses the young rapper, young up and coming rapper that we have followed for a while now, Casper. Play the Siren with their new song Green Light. This one features Casper quite a bit, along with a couple of male rappers. I know that they have the other female rapper that didn't have any of a presence. There used to be a second girl. I don't know where she went, but she wasn't quite in this, but mostly Casper. And it was a kind of a cool song. It was a kind of a cool, chill, hip hop song. Just kind of like, the song was cool. The video was simple. It had a cool beat to it. They flowed well. There's not much to really say about the video. There's nothing. It doesn't reinvent the wheel in any way, but it does a pretty good job of just kind of being a cool, chill, hip hop song. What did you think, Cass?
I liked it. To me, they're still finding how their voices work together, and this it works together really well. There's a lot more time and effort put into this than kind of some of the other stuff we've heard from them. And I think they're kind of starting to find that style and how their style works well as a group, because I think they all kind of have pretty good individual style, but you have to find how to meld those things together really well. And Casper is still finding out what to do with her hands.
Yes. She's still learning. I think at least they gave her a few takes to kind of like try out some things, Yeah. It's like, all right, all right, let's try to go do that again. That was a good one. Yeah, that was a good one, honey. Let's go again. A little less awkward. Like, all right, this. All right. I will go with that one. We'll just try something different in the next.
Yeah. No, don't put your hand. You know what? We're gonna go with the first take.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, in the end, she's gonna find her kind of her flow and her rhythm. And like we said when we first started kind of poking fun at her for not quite knowing what to do with her hands, in the end, that's not a huge deal because we talked about how Top back in the day, Top with the and then the kick, just a kick. She'll find her way one day. One day, love will find you. Break those chains that bind you. Yeah. So in the end, that was some cool music. That's it for what's new this week.
Great, some great new releases this week. Some great new kind of music for you to go check out if you haven't heard any of that stuff before. But that's pretty it.
Now we're going to transition over to our headlines. So join us over there, won't you? We're here in the headlines segment. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's kind of get started. Of course, we kind of played the video at the beginning there as our intro video, but let's go ahead and go into this. TMZ mocks EXID, fits as much racism into one segment as possible because they're TMZ. TMZ fit as much racism as possible into one segment as they mocked EXID for being Asian and not speaking fluent English. Y'all heard it. Yeah, because of TMZ. As a bonus, it includes the typical self-hating Asian American.
Did they use the first paragraph as their headline?
Yes. Not quite the well. You know, this isn't journalism. This is just a blog. This is just a dude's blog.
We love Asian Junkie. Asian Junkie is where we get a majority of our stories from. I'm just saying, you could have shortened the title a little bit and just not had us read the same thing twice. Love you, Asian Junkie. One of my favorite K-pop blogs out there, or just, Asian-inspired blogs out there, but come on.
That being said, as a bonus, it includes the typical self-hating Asian American to cap it off. See, guys, now you know the type of Asian Americans I talk about when I complain about them. That's the over-under on her having only white friends.
I wouldn't say that she's a hating Asian American. I think, all right, so
she's a house slave.
I'm not defending. Hold on. I'm not defending TMZ in any way, shape, or form. That is not journalism. Okay, like that is definitely not journalism. That's sensationalism. But I will say, she kind of just goes. She just kind of looks at the situation and goes, "Yeah, she could have been a lot fucking ruder," and she doesn't say that exactly because I'm pretty sure she likes and wants to keep her job.
Yes.
And I think it's one of those things where I don't know how anybody took this thing, right? This TMZ thing of them like talking about K-pop and thought it was going to be good.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Who I want to meet the person out there, and I'm pretty sure nobody at Asian Junkie thought this, and I'm hoping nobody who's a K-pop fan thought this at all.
Yeah. Thought
that holy shit, they're going to talk about the fact that EXID came to America, and thought that they were going to have any knowledge, any care, or anything at all about any of that, because the things that they know they don't care about, they want to print sensationalism. So what was the best? To make a joke about it and to do that or whatever, and to try to get people laugh, because no one else that they're going to report this shit to gives a fuck. And just that's what it is. Like, I don't look at any TMZ stuff. I don't generally talk about any TMZ stuff. We're mainly like kind of the main point in this. It's TMZ being TMZ, and you know, this Asian girl in here doesn't defend anything as if you expect her to. You know? And I think sometimes fandom mixes care, like your fandom for something, and I think this is a little bit in this article in Asian Junkie, and I think it's something I kind of want to stretch across to all of us who kind of take our fandom and then front face it, because IATFB as Asian Junkie does this a lot, where he takes this fandom and he takes this care of what they do, the writing, the reporting, the collection of information, to put these things front facing for other people to care about as much as we do here. We take those things, we kind of analyze them, we make our own thoughts, and then we put those forward facing here on Hallyujuku. But I think at no point can we ever get it confused that our style of reporting, our style of doing any of these things, even though we're doing whatever everyone else does in this day and age. We're making blogs, we're making shows dedicated to the things that we talk about. Nobody's going to care except for the people who already care. So even giving any space and time to the fact that, one, TMZ talked about K-pop, 2, that they were disrespectful about it, and 3, that nobody in that room gave a fuck enough to defend it, Like, those are not going to ever happen at TMZ. Those are not going to generally happen anywhere in the rest of the world.
Yeah.
I think the better thing would have been to talk about, holy shit, EXID came to America and got an amazing response from their fans.
Yes.
From their American fans. You know what I'm saying? To be met as if they were in Korea, coming to the airport. Or as if they went to Japan to promote and they were in an airport and, they were being bombarded by fans. And EXID, to me, even in this small clip that you see in the TMZ shit, handled it like fucking bosses. They're taking pictures with fans. They're signing things. They're like you don't see, security rushing people out of the way in this sense or anything like that. It's like they came in and they embraced it, and the fans embraced them for embracing the fact that they were there, And I think that's the better thing to talk about. I think that's the more awesome thing to talk about. And that, to me, goes to grow that brand of EXID to show that, they came in and they just were like, fuck, bring it on, fuck yeah, bring it on. Who you want to take a picture? Let's go. Let's do it. That is the more amazing thing.
Yeah. So, and I think overall, it was just a silly, dumb thing. It was, and I kind of going into the different conversations that were going around on like Reddit. There was a whole Reddit post on our K-pop talking about, before we lynch these people, before we talk about these people, let's talk about all these K-pop idols making fun of Christina. And they, I don't know if you are aware who Christina is. She's that impression that a lot of the K-pop idols do, that "annyeonghaseyo," because she was a personality on a show of like foreigners that were living in Korea and speaking Korean, and she's Italian. And people are like, well, K-pop idols in return, K-pop idols were doing all that. What about that? What about that? And like, I had to go in there and say, well, that's like impersonating Arnold Schwarzenegger or fucking Christopher Walken. That's not the same thing. Also, if you want to draw any analogies, it's basically like this in the same mindscape. All those kind of like things that happen in Korea that are kind of racially insensitive or racially ignorant, they kind of exist in that same category of the actions of a complacent and ignorant racial majority. They're the white people of Korea, so they do white people shit. But that being said, this was just like I said on Reddit. This was just silly and dumb. It's TMZ being TMZ. It's not worthy of torches and pitchforks, but a good, middle finger and a fuck you in the general direction, and then we can move on with our lives. Like I did, and then move on.
That does anything? You know what I'm saying?
Just kind of for the personal.
At the end of the day,
just for your own kind of catharsis, really, more than anything. Just to kind of.
Yes, but
if you feel that emotional about it, just kind of give fuck you, and then like move on with your life, and just kind of continue to be a fan.
Anything you give, but any attention you give TMZ is what TMZ wants, because that means you look at it, and they got that in print, and then that means that they can then sell that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the better thing is to go, yeah, that's done. Moving on with my life, and just not give a fuck. Just not give a fuck. Which is what I'm typing in this all K-pop article right now. Can we stop them? Not all K-pop. This Asian junkie article right now is, can we not give a fuck about TMZ?
Yes. But moving on, as we are wont to do, Show Me the Money judging panel amusingly includes Jay Park and Zico. So Show Me the Money judging panel got announced. It's going to include Jay Park. It's going to include Zico. And of course, it's going to include Tableau, Jinyu Shan. Let's see. That's Verbal Jint. And your boy Sunny. Which is funny because we know that P-Type is going to be on Show Me the Money this year. And that brings up the idea of Jay Park telling P-Type something about his rapping. And that's hilarious. The judging panel for Show Me the Money 4 includes one Jay Park, which is just fucking hilarious to me. Zico is there as well, and at least he does have a rapping talent. But it means he's judging his brother, Taewoon, who he fights with all the time. Linking to an article. Gold. Specifically for clusterfuck purposes, the thought of Jay Park telling P-Type or Black Nut or Basic or whoever that they failed as rappers in his eyes is just so amusing to me. I don't care if he's there mainly because he has a company or crew or whatever. It's irrelevant to my amusement from his dream scenario. I need this. Also, they include a great comment here. This is like Jay Park. This commenter is like, Jay Park is founder of one of the most popular hip hop R&B labels in Korea right now. Jay Park wasn't a good rapper. How the fuck does he work with rappers like Swings and Doki? Like, yeah, they work with him because his rapping talent. Sure. I know. You would probably would give a rebuttal, but well, first off, what do you think of this judging? Let's talk about Jay Park and Zico. What do you think of this whole judging panel? Just going into this new season of Show Me the Money. What do you think of it overall?
I think I'm going to put it this way, right? I think last year was more, let's get rappers.
Yes.
Let's get Korean rappers to judge this, right? And that made it fun. That made it more of a competition. That made more of a show of it. And I think the idea this time, in some of the pairings and some of the people, is let's get people who understand the production, the entertainment of rap songs a little bit more, you know? Because the way I look at it, and this will go into my rebuttal, the way I look at it is having Tableau, Sonny, Verbal Gent, people like that, right? Those are your people who have been around. Those are kind of your old heads, the people who have been around in the game, the people who kind of understand these things. And, you know, I think kind of overall what you lead into is you lead into this whole how am I trying to put this? You lead into this whole kind of idea of I think it's kind of the same ideal that ended Show Me the Money, or where Show Me the Money ended that third season was, let's focus on cultivating these rappers. Let's focus on looking at these rough diamonds and being able to pick at it and go, if you do this, if you do that, if we put this kind of backing track to you, if you move your words this way, kind of people, right? Tableau's really good at that. Sonny is exceptional at that. And here you go. The production things, Jay Park and Zyko are really good at those things. You know what I'm saying? Jay Park and Zyko are really good at looking at other people and being like, if we did this way, this is how it would come out sounding. You know, they have that ear for the music. They may not be, when you think about rapping, they may not be the first people you think about as rappers, but not every good rapper makes for a good judge of talent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think they're looking for those people that can be good judges of talent, good judges of style, good judges of how does this fit? How does that work? Can we do this? You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what they want more. Whereas kind of last time having Doki and having Doki and having Sonny with, because they kind of ended up having to mix people. You know what I'm saying? To give these things where you have Swings there. Swings is a really good rapper. Swings has this judgment of talent, but for Swings, it is all based on your talent as a rapper, your lyricism, how you deliver, how all these things. Swings is already kind of looking for really pre-established people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even his own people that he brought, like Gilly Boy and other people that he kind of brought in, he was still really harsh on them in their talent, in their style, in their things, but he didn't really ever give a lot of, and here's what you can do to change them. So now you have this panel of people who are producers, who are judges of talent in their own right, who write for other people, not just themselves. And have that understanding of this. And I think that is going to hopefully make for a better judgment of everything that happens, make for a better understanding of all the people who they're going to pick from and all these kind of things or whatever.
So like if you don't need to be a rapper to understand hip hop and hip hop music. Just like Mel Kiper Jr. can't run a 40. But he still knows how to draft college football players. He still knows how to judge football talent. So it's like you don't have to play baseball to be a baseball analyst. You don't have to. You can be a judge of like what's good out there. But it's still funny. Like it's still amusing to kind of think about these things. So there's been some rumors here and there about some of the people that are going to be on the show. There's of course P-Type. We hear a lot of names here and there. We've heard of Taewoon, Zico's brother. We've heard Juicy, formerly of Evil, kind of if you remember, if you're as much of a follower of random Nugu girl groups as we are, you'll remember Evil as kind of being a really cool, I think, a group that we've talked about on the show. So she's going to be on there. A couple other rappers. Maybe Casper. She put a picture on Instagram of Show Me the Show Me the Money logo. I didn't get a chance to translate her caption, but she might be on the show. I don't know. That'd be cool. So it's going to be interesting to see. All right, so let's have spoiler alert. We're going to go ahead and spoil the show for you guys. Spoiler alert. We're going to go ahead and announce it. So if you don't want to know about what's going to happen on Show Me the Money 4, you can stop watching the episode now. Or actually, no, just kind of fast forward. I don't know. Whatever. Spoiler alert.
Wait, what if I don't want to know?
You could just go la 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 la. All right, let's say it now. Winners Mino named victor of the reality show Show Me the Money 4. Popular Mnet, Seoul, South Korea. Popular Mnet reality show Show Me the Money 4. I love it. It's cited as AP. Popular Mnet reality show Show Me the Money 4 has crowned Winners Mino of YG Entertainment as its champion in an April 27 press release. A representative from Mnet talked about the results. Mino applied to be a contestant, same as any other, and we judged him as if he was any other rapper whose company has promised us riches beyond our wildest dreams. Mino captivated the judges and the audience with his clever lyrics throughout the competition, and his final performance was a sight to behold as he dabbled with his lyrics, nega, 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 whoa. YG CEO Yang Hyun-suk commented, "We did this previously with Bobby and B.I. on Show Me the Money 3, where they got a lot further than they deserved, and Bobby even won. So Mino's victory wasn't a surprise to us at all." He continued, "Unfortunately, Bobby exposed himself as a joke shortly after his win, and he even became a meme to international netizens on one trash site in particular. That was an outcome that embarrassed us greatly, so we're hoping Mino does a much better job of maintaining his reputation after all the money we invested into this result. Episodes of Show Me the Money for Mino's push for the hep-hap credibility will begin in June." They cite this NPR article. So, what do you think? Mino, winner of Show Me the Money 4.
I want to wait until I get to watch the whole show and see what it was. Because, knowing, kind of starting to watch I started to watch Show Me the Money 3, and then halfway through, I kind of found out what the results were. Found out that Bobby won. And I wasn't sure how to feel about that. But then watching the whole show and seeing Bobby's performances and seeing how those were pretty well put together, I don't necessarily... I mean, I did agree that Bobby should have won overall, but kind of looking at other things, I kind of wished Iron would have won. Because I feel like he did a lot more to show different kind of styles of pop and how well he could work in those different mediums, and has continued to do that in the releases that he has worked on and done since the show. But knowing, kind of already having this idea of Mino as a pretty good rapper. Mino is a really, really good rapper on his own. I'm not really fond of the times that I have listened to him on Winner when he's rapping, because it just sometimes doesn't fit. But
yeah, pulling back the curtain, where he didn't actually win. They haven't actually started the show, but just the idea of having him on the show, which is interesting, especially kind of. I still need to go back and watch Show Me the Money 3. I know I've been saying that a lot.
Yeah, you have.
I need to, I do find myself in the moments during the day where I'm like, well, what do I watch now? And like, I realize, well, I probably should be watching Show Me the Money 3 because it's one of those things I keep having on my docket. But it is funny to kind of make these jokes about, his win being in the bag at this point.
That's why I say, I mean, that's how most people are going to feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, even kind of reading it as a joke, that's how I feel. Because he is a pretty well-established rapper, and all this press going into it is probably going to help a lot. But it also depends on who he's going to be up against. You know what I'm saying? Like, it depends on
how they book it.
Yeah.
Depends on how creative books it. Hopefully they don't pull a Roman Reigns on him.
Where he comes out and he's like, man, easy win. Oh, wait, who? Brock Lesnar? Oh. Huh. So, I'm not going to win. All right.
Okay.
I mean, I thought I...
Well, no,
I'm over it. I'm already over it.
It's like, but yeah. Hopefully it works out well. It's going to be interesting to see how it works on Show Me the Money for some of the contestants. They're announcing more by the moment. Actually, I think I saw somewhere on Reddit they had like a rumored list of Show Me the Money contestants. Let me see. Show Me the Money. All right, let me go back to our K-pop. Show Me the Money. Because I accidentally searched all of Reddit, and that's not useful. Let's see. Show Me the Money. Limited to links from this past month. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to be, I know a couple of the ones that definitely were announced was Evol Juicy and Top Dogs, Kido, and Yano are going to be on there. Juhan. Oh, there's another name that's going to be on there. Juhan of Monsta X. Our boy, Juhan. No Shotgun announcement yet. That's the name I would want to...
Rigged!
Shotgun was robbed again. Well, we don't know. We're only hearing snippets here and there. Maybe we'll get a rematch. Shotgun versus Juhan rematch. It is on Mnet, so it'll be a continuation of that reality show. So it's going to be on the same network as freaking No Mercy. So there is going to be some crossover talk. They're going to reference that other show. So it'll be interesting to see that. I don't know. It's, of course, it's something that hasn't happened, so it's a wait and see thing. So we'll look forward to that. Last headline. Speaking of dumb things, Last headline. Random Canadian dude now identifies as synthetic Korean set to release K-pop album. Some random dude from Canada who has reborn himself as SangGoo is going to be releasing a K-pop album with 8 tracks, which will hopefully be released by the end of 2015. This Chad Future Killer is having his future enabled by producer Donnie King and poet Sung Rim. In all seriousness, I'm not going to judge music before it comes out, but here are some choice quotes from a recent interview with him. One unique artist from Canada who calls himself a synthetic Korean, Cha Sang-gu, is hoping to become just that and bring something new to the K-pop scene. The interview, can you tell us your real name? He says, as far as my real name, I'd rather keep it a secret and try to forget him. He's very boring and doesn't speak a word of Korean. One of my favorite K-pop artists is Psy, because besides being so talented, he is Cha Sang-gu's father. Congratulations, Korea, because this is the apex soft power right here. Japan went through this with weeaboos before, and now there's dudes who basically want to be reborn as Korean. What do you even want to say? I guess maybe this is another thesis project, referencing EXP. Check out, he has got his website, Maheo, and you can listen to a preview of 2 of his tracks in his music's site. So, Kaz, synthetic Korean. Thoughts?
Okay. All right. I've got my shit together. It took me a minute. Here we go. I myself am kind of a fan of a lot of things Korean. I like the Korean lifestyle. I like a lot of different things. I like how a lot of different things work and how a lot of different things flow with Korean. I very much am somebody who has gone to Korea for the short time that I was there, and I really enjoyed it, and I really liked the lifestyle there. It was very much a visit lifestyle, but I thought, hey, this is a place, if I had the chance and I had the opportunity, I could live here. I do have a Korean flag on my wall, but that's as far as it goes for me, that is as far as it goes for me. The Korean flag on my wall, the love and admiration for that region of the world, and that's it. I think this kind of stuff, if you have respect for these kind of things, you're kind of making a joke of it, even if he's super fucking genuine, no matter what, he's still kind of making a joke of it.
Yeah.
And
this is silly.
I wanna rip it apart, but
it makes you sad. Yeah, it's creepy as hell. This guy, just that picture of his baldness and if you listen to the tracks, they're kind of whatever. He's got all the Korean up on the thing. It just, let's listen. We can go ahead and get a chance to listen to it.
Right,
I'll let.
한국 사랑하는 나는 캐나다인 김치찌개 매운 갈비 모두 좋아 땡초는 먹어봤나 안 먹어봤어 말은 마 I'm talking about if you're from my son you know it.
Yeah. No. That one says I go Korea. Like, oh my Korea. And the other one is what done kid something road. Yeah. That guy. Yeah. So that's a thing. I need mental floss after that.
Yeah.
So let's go to Rocket News and find something. Hey, want socks with that? McDonald's Japan attempts to win customers with fast food and toasty feet.
Hey, all right, that's cool.
So, what's going on over here? Alright, McDonald's hasn't been doing so well in Japan for a while now, but they're still plugging away at the Japanese market, trying to stay popular in a country that has plenty of burger chains of its own, and without any of those awkward food scandals at that. It seems their latest gimmick, giving away free stripy socks akin to those Ronald McDonald wears, is doing more to win over customers than any of the special creations they've tried to use as bait. However, turns out the sock baiting actually has philanthropic motivations. However, customers who donate an amount of over 300 yen at any McDonald's store to the Ronald McDonald House Charities Group will receive a free pair of Ronald McDonald stripy socks in exchange. It seems that Japan's McDonald's munchers were so happy with the socks they took to Twitter en masse to tweet their approval. I see some people wearing the socks and enjoying them. We had to say that the socks do look cute. If they had McDonald's logo on them or a picture of Ronald McDonald's horrifying face, then we'd probably have to stay clear. But since there's just red and white stripes, they're more easy to pair with a variety of outfits. They kind of look like candy. Smart move, McDonald. Yeah, cute socks. What do you think? You want some stripy socks?
I don't want stripy socks myself, but I know a lot of people who enjoy the stripy socks. So, hey,
just raising money for Ronald McDonald's house, which is nice.
I think that's a better story to end on than
stripy socks for everyone.
Stripy socks for everyone.
Happy
Go get
time.
your stripy socks. Why don't we have shit like that? Why do they give us shitty toys and fucking and try to make us win millions of dollars with their shitty McDonald's game? I don't want that. You know what? Give me cool fucking. Give me I mean, like I said, I don't want them for myself specifically, but start giving us Pokemon plushies or other kind of things.
Yeah.
In the name of charity.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. McDonald's, heed our words. Bring that stuff here. But that's it for another fantastic episode of Hallyujuku. Kaz,
Hey.
what do you got going on in your world?
If everybody goes and check out the DKG Whelps, you can find it your podcatcher of choice, or you can find it over on iTunes. Go over to iTunes, give a lovely review. And also go to YouTube and check out DKGS, our lovely game show that we now do bi-weekly at the moment. Maybe at some point there will be hopefully some advertisements or something that will give us money to do that show weekly. Or if you want to be a contestant on the show, you can tweet me, you can tweet the show, you can tweet our producer, T2T2.
I want to be a contestant.
Twitter. You go through the same channels as everyone else.
Okay.
You can do that. So tweet myself or T2T2. We're trying to kind of make a list of people. It's not one of these things where you got to be a person in the know to be on the show. It is just a fun little game show. The only thing you need is a webcam and a microphone and a pair of headphones. Which is always important. But yeah, it's a fun, interesting idea that we had that T2T2 turned into an actual thing. Me and other Met, who's somebody else you can also tweet at on the Twitters, are both writing the show. We come up and do the research for the trivia. Then, we turn it into the little individual games that we have. So right now it's been a lot of fun. Everybody seems to enjoy it. But, we definitely need more people to watch and listen and good vibes. We're still in the alpha stages right now.
Yes.
And I got a tweet from one PD Rave.
Yes.
Wanting to be on DKGS.
Yes.
But yeah, so definitely do that. Look out for those things. And just, I don't know, thank you for everybody who's been paying attention to all this shitty content that we make lately.
Yes.
There's a lot of it that we all make, separately and together. So just thank you.
Thank you. Motherfucker said thank you. Thank you right inside your pussy. Earning that explicit tag. I don't know why. This is a K-pop show. Probably shouldn't be explicit, but we are.
Sometimes we got to talk about the hard-hitting things, and any show I'm on should probably be explicit because at some point I'm going to rage at something. Yeah,
that's true. But that's it. You can follow. He is a Keen Cast. I'm at PD Rave. The show is the Hallyujuku. KPopPodcast.com. Hallyujuku.com, you can remember that. Rebelli.net for this and other shows. YouTube.com/RebelliTV. Subscribe, share, like, do all the things. iTunes, Stitcher, all over the places. Just look us up and check out all of our stuff. Until next time. Hasta los huevos. Adios. Fighting!
Well, didn't I tell you? Don't you know? Give it to me straight, Doctor. Give it to me straight, Doctor. Why, I think you're crazy. Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.